Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm not just sharing steps, I am sharing my personal story. A story that might sound very similar to yours. You see, I wasn't born in an English-speaking country. English used to scare me. I would avoid conversations, skip answering in English class, and nod silently and smile as I understood what others said when someone spoke to me in English. Courage and determination are important to achieve any task, and speaking English was my first goal. That was the moment when I realized that my shyness was my biggest problem. This was the hurdle in the way of speaking English. I thought about the people who would not learn English. This was my inner fear. What will people say? But on that day, I decided I had to conquer that fear and learn English. But something changed. I wanted to grow, communicate, and learn English. The main problem was that I didn't understand where to start or who my teacher was. And so began my journey. A journey filled with fear, mistakes, courage, and transformation. In this video, I will share the 5 powerful steps that helped me speak English like a pro. These are not tips copied from books. These are real experiences, personal lessons, and examples that will help you do the same. Let's begin this beautiful journey together, step by step, word by word. Step 1. Speak first, even if not perfect. If you ask me what the most important thing I did to learn English was, I would say, without thinking, I started speaking. Yes, I didn't wait to be perfect. I didn't wait to finish the grammar books. I didn't wait until I could write essays. I just started speaking to myself, in front of the mirror, to my family, to friends, and even to my phone camera. This was the start of my journey, and I was my teacher. In the beginning, my sentences were broken and my pronunciation was funny, but that's how I learned. I started making small and common sentences. Yes, start taking small steps. The first sentence I made was I am learning English. I repeated this sentence 5 times a day. The next day, when I was in my class, my teacher came. She said, "Hello, good morning," and this sentence was meant for my teacher. But unconsciously I said I am learning English. Believe me, it was unconsciously because of many times repetition of the same sentence. My teacher became silent and started looking at me. I was scared of what I had said, but she started laughing and praised me for starting to learn English. My teacher told me, "This is the perfect sentence." This was my first achievement, and I became happy to complete a sentence in English. When I used my first English sentence aloud to my teacher, I was also happy that I spoke it aloud and gained confidence. All the students started looking at me. One of my friends looked at me and said, "You cannot do this by yourself when you don't know the grammar and enough vocabulary to learn English." I smiled and replied, "If you have any goal, then gather your courage and do your best. No doubt, the results will surprise you." The next sentence I spoke aloud was "My name is Emma." I joined it to the previous sentence. Now, I started to say, "My name is Emma. I am learning English." Wow, it was a good experience. The next day, my aunt came to my home, and my mother said, "Emma, go to the kitchen and bring tea for your aunt." I did this. When I came back with 3 cups of tea, I said to my aunt, "I like tea. Do you like tea?" She looked at me with surprise. My mother and I smiled. I didn't feel ashamed. I was full of confidence. Every day, I added 1 new sentence to my English speaking routine. I made mistakes, but I also made progress. Key tip: speak from day 1, not after 1 year, not after 1 course. Start now. I remember a day when I had to introduce myself in class. Everyone else was fluent, and I was terrified. But I took a deep breath and said in a low voice, "Hello, my name is Emma. I want to learn English. I am trying my best." And guess what? I got applause. Not because I was perfect, but because I tried. That small moment gave me great confidence. Don't worry if you're not a native English speaker. It doesn't matter how many books you've read or how much grammar you know. What matters is the practice you get. And that's exactly what I'm here to help you with. Speaking English is not just for fluent or perfect people, it's for you. for anyone willing to take small steps every day. Step 2. Listen, copy, repeat, learn like a baby. Do you know how children learn to speak? They don't learn grammar first. They don't memorize vocabulary. They just listen. Again and again. And slowly, they start to speak. I did the same. I became a baby again. I started listening to English content every day. I watched cartoons, movies, YouTube videos, and even English podcasts. But I didn't just listen. The real thing was that I copied. I copied very simple sentences. Then I repeated those simple sentences all day. Once, I learned, "Can I help you?" from a YouTube video. I repeated this sentence 5 times in front of a mirror, and then I went to the kitchen. There, my mother was cooking a spicy dish, and she was in a hurry. I said to her, "Can I help you?" She answered me, "Yes, please wash these dishes." She became happy as I started speaking English without being ashamed. The next sentence I learned from cartoons is, "What are you doing?" I used this sentence along with another one I learned the day before. "What are you doing? Can I help you?" I repeated these 2 sentences again and again throughout the day to my mother, father, and sister. All they laughed at was the repetition of the sentences. They also praised me for how much better I was trying to speak English without being ashamed. My father said, "This is interesting." In this way, I learned another sentence and began speaking it aloud. Whenever I watched any English video, I paused, repeated the sentence again and again, until I sounded like the speaker. I didn't worry about the meaning at first. I just trained my tongue and ears. One day, I was watching a show, and a character said, "Don't worry, everything will be okay." I said it along with her, again and again. That sentence became a part of my speaking toolbox. Key tip: copy real sentences. Don't just listen, repeat them out loud. When I began to speak like a native speaker, even my friends said, "Wow, your accent is improving." Step 3. Learn phrases, not single words. For many months, I made this mistake. I memorized hundreds of vocabulary words, but I couldn't speak. Why? Because I knew words like apple, run, and happy, but I didn't know how to use them in real life. Then I discovered the magic of phrases. Phrases are natural word combinations that we use in everyday life. This is the easy way to learn English. Some words are always used in combination. I learned and memorized those words so I could use them together. I noticed in the English videos that a character says, "I want to go." I realized this is a combination of words, and I memorized it. The next day, when I was going to school, I used it aloud from the main door. "I want to go to school." Then, at school, I told my friends, "I want to go to the classroom." Again, I used this sentence when I came home. In this way, it was a great addition to my English learning journey. When I came home, I took some rest, and in the afternoon, I used the following sentence: "Can you help me with my homework?" I was surprised when my sister replied, "I'm not sure about that math question." I was shocked when she used an English sentence with me. My sister laughed and said, "I am with you on this journey." I hugged her and felt that I had gained much confidence at that moment. My family was with me on the English learning journey. At first, I was alone and scared. I tried to speak English sentences aloud. I practiced common sentences from home and school. In this journey, my family members supported me and also tried to speak those simple sentences. Now I could create full thoughts, not just words, but meaningful sentences. Hey, I just want to pause here and say something important to you. As you're learning English right now, be proud of yourself. You're doing something amazing. Many people only dream of speaking a new language, but you're taking steps toward it. Don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes mean you're trying. Progress is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. So keep going. Your English is already better than it was yesterday, and tomorrow it will be even stronger. You've got this. Key tip: learn the language in chunks. Memorize full phrases, not single words. Let me give you an example. Instead of memorizing the word coffee, I learned, "Would you like a cup of coffee?" Suddenly, I was able to talk in cafes, offer drinks, and sound polite all because of one phrase. Soon, I had dozens of such phrases. "How was your day?" "That sounds great." "I don't understand." "Can you repeat?" Use them, practice them, speak to them. They'll change your English life. Step 4. Speak out loud, the power of voice practice. One of the most powerful things I ever did was read out loud. Speaking English loudly is one of the most powerful techniques to improve fluency, confidence, and pronunciation. When you speak loudly, your brain becomes more active, your mouth practices the correct movements, and you hear your mistakes clearly, allowing you to fix them quickly. It builds muscle memory in your speech and helps you overcome fear by making your voice stronger and more confident. Silent reading may help you understand, but loud speaking turns knowledge into real-life communication. Just a few minutes of loud speaking daily can turn your learning into fluent, natural English speaking. Every day, for 10 minutes, I took a news article, a storybook, or even my old English notes, and read them aloud. In the beginning, I was shy and unsure, but I pushed myself to read out loud every day, even if it was just one small paragraph. Slowly, I noticed that my tongue became accustomed to English sounds. My pronunciation became clearer, and my confidence started to grow. Reading aloud helped me understand sentence flow, rhythm, and how real English is spoken. It felt like I was training my brain and mouth simultaneously. I wasn't just reading, I was speaking, and that changed everything. So, if you're learning English, I truly recommend reading out loud. It's simple, powerful, and it worked for me. It can work for you too. This helped me in many ways, improved my pronunciation, trained my mouth to speak clearly, and increased my confidence in speaking. I practiced reading aloud more sentences daily. I used to say to my family, "Today is a beautiful day." I repeated this sentence again and again, and made my English learning journey a fun one. More sentences I used are, "Learning English makes me happy." "I believe I can speak well." At first, it felt weird. My tongue twisted, and I fumbled over big words. But day by day, it got better. Remember, if you work consistently, you will notice that you are achieving success day by day. No problem, it takes days, months, or years. Just remember why you started. Key tip: if you want to speak fluently, train your mouth like an athlete trains their muscles, with daily practice, effort, and consistency. Speak loudly, speak clearly, speak daily. Even today, before recording this video, I practiced speaking loudly. It keeps my flow strong and natural. I want to tell you something important. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be, and your journey is just beginning. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone learns at their own pace, and every step you take in English, no matter how small, is progress. Mistakes, they're not failures. They're signs that you are trying, learning, and growing. Keep showing up, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. I'm here to help, guide, and walk with you through this journey. Together, we will break the fear, build your confidence, and make English a part of your daily life. You've got this, and I'm proud of you for trying. Step 5. Make English a daily habit, not a burden. Learning English is not a one-time event. It's a journey, a habit, a lifestyle. If you truly want to speak English with ease, you have to treat it as something you enjoy, not something you're forced to do. Think of English as part of your daily routine, like brushing your teeth or having your morning tea. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a big difference. The more often you engage with the language, the more naturally it becomes a part of your life. Don't wait for the perfect time. Make small efforts daily. Watch a short video, speak a few sentences aloud, or learn one new word. These little habits build big results. Don't treat English like a heavy task. Treat it as a key to your future. Stick with it, even on tough days. If you stay with English, English will stay with you, and soon, you'll surprise yourself with how far you've come. That's what I learned on my journey. Every day I did something in English, wrote a journal entry, spoke a sentence to my mirror, watched 10 minutes of an English video, and learned one new phrase. It didn't take hours, just 10 to 15 minutes daily. But it changed my life. Daily sentences I used in my journal. Today, I felt nervous, but I spoke English. I made a mistake, but I learned. One day, I will speak English like a native speaker. Key tip: your daily habits decide your fluency. Be consistent, keep going, even if it's slow. 1 year later, people asked me, "How did you become so fluent?" And I smiled because I knew. Small daily steps lead to big success. Bonus: speak with purpose. Find your why. Let me tell you a secret. The reason I improved wasn't just technique, it was emotion. I had a purpose. I wanted to speak with people around the world. I wanted to teach. I wanted to make YouTube videos like this one. What is your why? Do you want to get a job? Travel abroad? Speak to friends? Watch movies without subtitles? Hold your reason close. Let it push you forward. Final thoughts: if I can, so can you. I started with fear, with broken words, with hesitation, but I continued. I practiced. I made English my friend, and now, I teach you. I speak with confidence. I make videos to help you. So never think you're too late, weak, or shy. You're strong enough. Repeat after me. I can learn English. I can speak English. I will do it. If I can do it, you can too. Call to action. Comment below. Which step are you starting today? Subscribe for more helpful videos.